Good morning. I9 News viewers, welcome to 2024. Super excited to kick off the new year, especially being a part of this exciting daily news show. My article today is one that's near and dear to my heart because it's about free speech. So, without further ado, this is Yarl Kubrin, I9 News, Monday morning. Federal lawsuit challenges Mississippi's ban on marijuana advertising, citing free speech rights. If you go to Walgreens and fill a prescription for an opioid and Walgreens can advertise, why can't True Source and other cannabis dispensaries and cultivators in Mississippi? Mississippi's medical cannabis advertising ban is preventing a small dispenser from attracting customers. True Source owner Clarence Cocroft is arguing in a federal lawsuit that casts the law as a violation of his free speech. Though medical marijuana is now legal for Mississippians with qualifying conditions and a medical cannabis card, state law prohibits dispensary owners and cultivators from advertising cannabis products. It's a daunting task to stay in the industry when you can't advertise, Cocroft told the Mississippi Free Press on December 8th. It's legal. If they allow you to get licensed, they should allow you to promote your business. Cocroft owns True Source, the state's first Black-owned medical cannabis dispensary located in the Southeast Industrial Zoning area of Olive Branch, Mississippi. Cocroft and his dispensary filed a lawsuit on November 14th against officials in charge of the regulation of the Mississippi State Department of Health, the Mississippi Department of Revenue, and the Mississippi Alcohol Beverage Control Bureau. To open a medical cannabis shop in the state, a person must apply for a dispensary license, register for a sales tax permit, and pay thousands of dollars in fees. A person must have a medical cannabis card over at the age of 21 to enter the dispensary. The fight was, okay, we're paying you all these taxes, we're abiding by all the rules that you have set forth, and all we're asking for is simple. Allow us to advertise. We're going to increase your tax rate as a state, Cocroft said. True Source relies on its website, word of mouth, and signs posted on the building for advertising. Cocroft cannot advertise its dispensary or its website on any other advertising medium. The owner said many customers would not have known about the store if they had not been in the area. It's not just me and my location that cannot advertise, he said. It's every location in Olive Branch. It's every dispensary in DeSoto County and all 80 counties, Cocroft said. A no-win situation for the cannabis industry. The Institute for Justice, IJ, a national libertarian non-law is representing Clarence Cocroft in the lawsuit. One of the Cocroft's attorneys, Catherine Marquez, said IJ looks at commercial free speech regulations and advertising laws through the lens of the First Amendment and how different regulations on advertising really hamper people's business. What's really important here is that Mississippi already regulates things like advertising to children and making false medical claims. So we think these regulations make sense, she told the Mississippi Free Press on December 8th. The state of Mississippi can keep that. What it can't do is blatantly say you can't advertise at all. When he and his family opened True Source, Cocroft bought billboards in the North Mississippi area to advertise his dispensary, but he had to lease the spaces to other businesses, including a casino that could legally showcase their products to the public. The business owner said the lawsuit and subsequent reporting have brought in new customers each day, but he is still not reaching his fullest potential customer base, despite about 30,000 Mississippians having a medical cannabis card. Before the lawsuit, he said he was seeing about 15 to 20 patients a day, most being return customers. But now about 20 to 30 people stop by True Source each day to pick up their medical cannabis products, Cocroft said. The medical cannabis advertising ban does not only affect dispensary owners, he said. If dispensaries cannot sell the products on the shelves, they will not buy as much from cultivators, who in turn will also lose money. It's a no-win situation for the cannabis industry of Mississippi, Cocroft said. He said that investing in the Mississippi medical cannabis industry has cost dispensary owners, cultivators, and testing companies millions of dollars in the name of helping patients, all while their owners learn how to operate a type of business that is brand new in the state. You become your own entrepreneur in a business that has criminalized so many people, and now, since it's legal in the state, why not, Cocroft said. Congress passed and former President Barack Obama signed the Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment in 2014, banning the U.S. Department of Justice from spending federal funds to prosecute medical marijuana operations in states that have medical cannabis programs. The federal government does not enforce medical marijuana laws state by state, instead letting the states control how their citizens access the plant. No state or federal law justifies the censorship in this case, Marquez says. One main reason why IJ is defending Clarence Cocroft's case is because it could set a precedent for other kinds of legal businesses that the government strictly regulates, she said. We understand that these businesses can be more harshly regulated than, say, a donut shop. We don't think it makes sense to treat medical marijuana worse than any other similar business, Marquez said, mentioning the alcohol industry, casinos, and strip clubs. Cocroft also questioned why the alcohol industry, medication companies, casinos, and strip clubs can advertise their products and services to the entire state, but he cannot advertise his dispensary or medical cannabis products. If you go to Walgreens and you fill a prescription for an opioid and Walgreens can advertise, why can't True Source, he asked. This is Yaro Kubrin, High at 9 News, Monday morning, January 1st, 2024. I'd like to know what you guys think.
I like this lawsuit.
I am a big skeptic when it comes to using the courts and lawsuits. And typically the lawsuits we're seeing are people whining and complaining or suing each other. This is a perfect example of why the courts exist and why they're a fantastic venue to get some sober resolution on regulations that don't make any sense. And I'm so proud of this guy, as well as the organization that picked up this case. And what I especially love is he can't advertise, but the lawsuit itself is a form of advertising. So win, lose, or draw, he has created massive awareness for his dispensary. And I'm so excited and can't wait for the courts to tell Mississippi that their rules are a broad overreach that are inconsistent with the Constitution.
Isn't this the same guy that we covered a while ago that was filing the same lawsuit about the billboards?
Is it?
I think this might be.
I forget. I was too busy applying to be the omnibudsman of Connecticut.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that, bro. Get that 160,000 a year.
I saw an ad on that for on back page.
I just feel like if you're named the ombudsman, you need to be a comic book character at Comic-Con.
Omnibudman.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to have a logo on your chest. For
exactly.
Sure. And so most regulators have a bullseye on their back instead of a logo on their chest. So that would still be.
Well, they do have a logo on their chest because they generally wear around a badge that has their ID with a logo for what agency they work for.
To the lanyard as a uniform.
See, Chris knew that. Chris, I saw that, Chris. Yeah. 21 Jump Street on that ass.
Yes.
So back to this article. I mean, look. This notion that they can't communicate to the public through conventional channels. Show me the public policy rationale for this. That's all.
Yeah, yep. and there is none. And cannabis companies nationwide should be able to advertise their businesses. Period.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry. It sounds like both of you are taking a common sense approach to this topic, and that's crazy.
Of here. Tell me about it. Isn't it crazy? Their common sense is winning.
And you're airing this, Jason. This is wild.
Yeah, look at 2024. We're turning a new leaf, if you will.
I'll tell you what, man. We need some propaganda. Okay, so we're gonna go to a commercial. And we're gonna come right back.
Maybe get one of those Disney
you got something to say, Yaro, real quick? One more?
Yeah, so I did a little bit of research on the organization that picked up this case because I wanted to see if they had a particular bias or they were just tokenizing this gentleman and his issue.
Tokenizing him, huh?
Wasn't disclosed. And I was pleased to see that this organization has been around for decades and decades and does have a track record of pushing libertarian issues. Sometimes the word libertarian is actually code for conservative. But in this case, it does look like they are very much just supporting free speech and state rights. And so I'm very, very hopeful that this gentleman prevails.